What's going on, all you wild Peter Quill impersonators? It's your two favorite Guardians back here for the newest video, which we haven't done in some time, in the Level Up with Cinephellas series. We're doing a video game review of the brand new game that came out a few months ago, Guardians of the Galaxy on the PlayStation 5. Woo! So me and this rascal over here, we're both enthusiasts of the PlayStation, all the consoles, especially the brand new one. We've been playing a lot of it lately. Me and him, played through this game. He beat it before me. I got stuck towards the end, but had a great time with this. There's a lot of superhero games out. They had the Avengers game put up by Square Enix that put out this game, and Avengers game just didn't really work for me. It was really clunky, not very exciting. I didn't like the gameplay or combat or anything. They fixed a lot of the issues with the brand new game that has a lot of meaning, a lot of heart to it, with our favorite misfits from space, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
This is just a fun game right away, right from the get-go. Playing in the third person as Star-Lord, you're launched into the Guardians that we all know from the movies. It feels really familiar, like you already know these characters. But the animation's a little different. Everybody looks a little different. We have obviously an all new voice cast. It's none of the actors from the movies. And that really impressed me from the get-go, just like Peter Quill, the voice work from Peter Quill, his introduction, how cool he feels. It feels like the character of Peter Quill, loves music, likes being the badass, likes doing cool stuff, always wearing cool clothes and, being just a rock enthusiast. And he kind of carries that around with him, leading this, ragtag group of intergalactic misfits, we can say, with the rest of the team there. But right away, I loved the animation and I loved the voice work and sort of how you're launched into the story, and just a fun mission to begin with, where they're trying to, go after this beast and collect it. And it all, sets the story in motion. And I just had a great time. It's like playing the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It really is. It's really fun gameplay, nothing complicated. Your main focus is, of course, Star-Lord. So you're playing with him the whole time. But you can also, lead the others and make them do, cool stuff on the side to help you out. And you can rally the whole group together. And it's most of the missions and all the, big bad battles, you have to get everybody together to sort of defeat them and work together. But we also have these great cutscenes that give you the story, which is what really makes the game work. There's a lot of great, story here.
Yeah, even with the young, Peter Quill as a young kid, how he's in the metal, had the mullet with his mom. He had the whole jean jacket vest on, totally 80s kid, and see how he got into the music that really changed him and how it paved the way for the rest of his life, essentially, and becoming Star-Lord. Him going back as a young kid and then finding out, where he is at in life with a daughter and having to save her. And that's kind of the setup. It has a lot of heart to it. It's a lot of deep meanings to this, a lot of family, a lot of relationships, a lot of great themes in this. But with that being said, the essential setup, as you can imagine, from Guardians of the Galaxy, a cosmic adventure. They're trying to pay off this debt. They're trying to learn to get along and, maybe save the galaxy at the same time. So there's a lot of stuff we're familiar with, a lot of stuff from, the source material being the comics, but it had a lot of the love and passion, like in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, James Gunn's movie, that I really loved. And I love what they did with the characters, more like the comics. I would say they made Peter Quill not look like Chris Pratt, thankfully, because I like the character. I love the way he looked. Nice haircut. The voice actor did a great job. Had a lot of great comedy in this. He's the leader and then trying to find out stuff about himself and figure stuff out internally. So there's a lot of great meaning in this game, on top of top-notch graphics and combat and gameplay.
I was really surprised by how they hit the the heartfelt moments of the story, like with his mom when he was younger, there were some moments in there that I was like, man, this is kind of like getting to me here with the story. You can relate a lot to, him being without his father, and, throughout the story and his journey. It really feels like a journey through this game, through these, 16 chapters. There's a lot going on and a lot of story that they're able to get through. And, in the meantime, going through the missions, there's a lot of awesome villains that I wasn't very familiar with. I'd never read the comics. So you get a lot of villains like Lady Hellbender. You even see like this huge dragon in the story, not to spoil anything, but you get some great reveals there towards the end, and a couple of characters that show up at the end that really surprised me, that I didn't figure we were going to get to see any like major characters. I figured the movies had it locked up, but was surprised to see a couple of characters show up towards the end there, especially. But just really fun gameplay, really, nothing too difficult that you're going to get stuck on. There's a few parts where you're going to have to, trial by error, or just go to YouTube and see how to beat it. Several parts where you can get stuck on, but for the most part, it's quick action, it's fun. And as the story goes on, Peter Quill and Star-Lord, he gains more of these elemental weapons there. He gains, he can use like fire, and then he can use ice. It's really cool how he levels up. And there's also new costumes you can get for all the Guardians and all the other characters, and the way the group works together. I really love that dynamic. You get the sarcasm with Rocket, you get Groot, I'm Groot for everything. And then you get like the badass Gamora. She's kind of like, she's kind of the secondary leader as far as the warrior. Her and Drax like really anchor the team down. And, when they need to beat some ass, those two you can always count on. But it's Peter Quill at the center of this. And it felt like it hit all the right notes for me. And I was happy to get this game, and it was on a recommendation from you. And I'm glad that I played through this game. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed because I got it right when it came out, and then I saw it went down to like $30 a few weeks later. I'm like, damn it. But yeah, I had a really great time with this. Very enjoyable. I love the dynamic of the team, like you're saying. They're all really great. They all had different abilities you can unlock. You work as a team in this game, even though it's like a single player campaign. You're playing through the eyes of Peter Quill, Star-Lord. You can't change to play as the other characters, but you work together as a team, especially big fight scenes early on against Nova Corps. And then there's other groups and bad guys, a lot of cool Easter eggs and villains that show up. I don't want to spoil too much for anybody that hasn't played it. A lot of cool characters show up, but you work as a team. You can do this little huddle thing, and they get more powerful, and they come out and start kicking ass together. And it really all works. I love the combat. Really, the only minor complaint I had about this game, it's a bit repetitive at times. A few times I kind of went through the same stuff over and over again, which was unneeded, but that's just a minor complaint. Everything else across the board was pretty solid, top notch. Had a great time with it. Glad I picked this up, and it's a game I highly recommend. It's probably a game I would revisit down the road too, just because the storytelling, the awesome 80s music, a lot of throwbacks to the 80s, which I appreciated, and really great fight scenes, cool action, really great abilities that you can unlock as you get throughout the game. A lot of familiar faces that show up towards the middle, towards the end of the game. And the way that it ends, much like Marvel movies, there's going to be a post-credits scene. So if you think you beat the game, hang on, watch through the credits. There's a little more waiting for you at the end, a nice little surprise. It kind of sets it up for maybe some future games. With that being said, I'm going to give the Guardians of the Galaxy game on PS5 a 4.5 out of 5 Star-Lord hair pieces.
One thing I forgot to mention was the music. You mentioned the great 80s score. It really does. And there's actually a jukebox in the Milano. So whenever you're back on ship, which you usually are in between missions, you get to go to the jukebox and you can sort of play whatever tune. There's some great tunes in there. Tears for Fears. You get some Duran Duran. A lot of fun 80s rock music in there. So you guys are going to enjoy this game. Had a lot of fun with it. This was a blast playing. This reminded me of like an old throwback, like, PlayStation 2 kind of just fun game, even Sega level of fun. It's just fun working together with this team, and fun watching all the cutscenes and all the story. I never really wanted to fast forward anything through it. I wanted to find out what was going to happen. A lot of great, interesting characters that they came across throughout their mission. A lot of cool creatures. The game design's amazing. If they could ever do an animated movie like this, it would be just amazing. So just a great job done by Square Enix, by Eidos Montreal. They really put together a really stellar game here. Sadly, it didn't sell very well at first, but I think it picked up towards the end. So let's hope that we see a sequel, because this is a game that they could definitely make some more adventures with this group. Maybe like you mentioned, it got a little repetitive in certain instances, but it would be fun to play, not only as Star-Lord, but, go into, some other character's story and be able to play with them maybe next time. But overall, don't have any complaints about the game. Guardians of the Galaxy on the PlayStation 5 is a hit for me, and a game that I recommend to everybody. And I am going to give Guardians of the Galaxy a 4.5 out of 5 Gamora hair pieces.
So we want to hear from you, Wild Guardians out there. What did you like about Guardians of the Galaxy game? What didn't you like about it? What games are you guys playing right now currently on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, check out these wild boys. We got lots of videos and reviews coming out on our social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV movie news and reviews.
That's right. Also, check us out on YouTube, as we are running a Fellas giveaway right now for Spider-Man No Way Home 4K digital code giveaway. Watch the video, follow the instructions. It's easy to enter, and you guys will enter in, and we're going to draw the winner for that on April 26th. Somebody is going to go home with that digital code for No Way Home, one of our favorites of last year. We both just got our copy on 4K. We got the Best Buy Steelbook. So excited to go back and dig in, watch the film again, and watch, all the special features. There's a bunch of stuff going on. So with that being said, we had a great time reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy, playing this game from Marvel. It, made right all the wrongs that the Avengers game wasn't as effective as Guardians of the Galaxy, but all the talent that they assembled for this game, the artwork, the voice work, just the fun of the story and the heartfelt moments, everything really works for it. Just a fun game. So let us know what you guys thought. We had a great time tonight reviewing this for you guys. Please comment. Let us know what you think of the game. Follow along with us everywhere else. We will be back very soon to review another PlayStation 5 game. So these two wild rascals will be back for another Level Up with the Cinephellas. Until the next Level Up, I'm Uncle Henry. That's my good mate, Logan Star-Lord, live from the Milano. Cheers. Cheers.